So I'm here to talk to you about creating custom modules using YUI, and how to, once we have it, how to submit it to the YUI Gallery. So YUI. So this is YUI3. This is our new YUI instance, and it's pretty much everything that we need in order to get going with YUI3. It's a self-contained function that it will return an instance of the Y object, and it will provide like a sandboxing for us to where we can start building our modules. It's designed this way so you can have multiple YUI instances in the same page, and you're guaranteed that they won't be colliding with each other. So that way you can put as many things as you want without ever having to worry that things might break. All you need is to include a script on your page, and you're good to go. So with that, we'll talk about YUI add. So YUI.add, then you can include your the name of the module you're going to be writing, full, and then like I say, you get a callback function with the Y instance, and then you can start typing in everything you need, all your properties. You just attach to the Y instance your new module, and boom, you're done. So this is really all it takes to create a YUI module. You can also namespace your module if you need to by using the keyword namespace. In this case, we just create a namespace full bar, and then we just attach that to the Y instance, and we start writing all our code inside that. You could also do versioning. So in this case, once we're done declaring everything that we need to for our module, at the very bottom, we can pass an argument, which is configuration. Version. This number can be anything you want. Has nothing to do with the version of the Y object. This is related to your module. And you can also specify requirements that your module might need. So in this case, I'm specifying that foo is going to need the node module. And this what's going to do is once we include foo in the page, it's going to also include node for us automatically behind the scenes. Pretty powerful stuff. But also we can make our module a little bit more interesting by augmenting the YUI base. So YUI base provides a standard template for us to create a set of modules that are going to be consistent along the way. But it's going to do that by giving us like a name property. It's also going to provide us an attribute property. It's going to extend event, so we're going to have all the goodies of having custom events on our module. It's going to provide init methods and destroy methods. So that's very important stuff if we want to make our application to be a little bit more sophisticated and also easier to scale. So attributes, like I say, it's just going to give us a consistent API and documentation, so sort of like a blueprint of how your attributes are going to behave along the way through your application. It's going to have built-in setters and getters for us, so that way we can modify them as we need them to do whatever we need them to do. It's going to provide us namespacing, and also so everything I'm going to be talking about, you can also refer to the documentation developer.yahoo.com/YUI. But let me show you an example. So going back to our full module here, we're gonna create our class, right? Our base class object, and then we're gonna augment it with the name property. And now my class is gonna have my name, right? Whatever you want it to be. We can also, like I said, use the attributes property to declare all the attributes that our class is gonna have by default. And then once we're done, then all we need to do is just we're going to extend our class with y.base. And then automatically as we do that, everything is going to be all the properties of base are going to be put into my class. Attributes, events, and so that way we already have a module with a few lines of code, a module that is ready to go that can do all these cool things, like events, right? So by doing that, we get for free custom events. We get bubble events, event broadcasting. So in this case, right, if we were to create a class, we had a class called GUNI, and then we are gonna instantiate a method that says never say die, okay? And then what we want to do is that once this event, never say die, happens, we're gonna broadcast, say, hey, you know, I've been called. Let everyone that's subscribing to me listen, you know. So here, when we get our object, my GUNI, we can subscribe to the event, never say die. And once this guy is fired, we're gonna be alerting, hey, you guys. So, cool thing, or one thing you want to notice is that we actually listening for GUNI colon never say die, because YUI base gives you the namespace that we talked about with the name attribute. So this way, it's easier to have multiple broadcasting events on the page on your module by just declaring the name attribute. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, you can probably learn more about events and YUI based on the documentation. I just want to go over through the main stuff, but I don't want to extend too much. So once we're done with our modules, right? How do we include them in the page, right? We already worked on it and it's ready to go. How do we load it? Well, there's several ways you can load a module in YUI3. First one is by inclusion. So let's say we have this really simple module today, right? That all it does, it just tells us what day is today. So if we were to use that module, then we're gonna be using the keyword use. We're gonna include our today module. And then what's gonna happen is this Y instance is gonna have all of this ready for us to use. So in this case, I'm also requiring node. So at this point, today and node are being loaded in the page, so I can use all the nodes, all the cool node stuff. So why that one? When it's gonna get a reference to an element with ID 1, and then we're gonna set the content to today's date. Really simple way to use to load your modules on the page. If you have, you can concatenate everything together, or you can put in a script tag on top, wherever you want. You could also pass a configuration object when you're loading your modules. So to the YUI function, you can pass a module configuration object with the name of your module, the path to where the new module is hosted, and all the requirements. So this way is a little bit more advanced, but if you need to, you can use it. The preferred way is just to use YUI use. It just takes care of everything for you. But then again, at this point, Y will be ready with everything you specify here. Pretty simple. Gets you up and running pretty fast. There's a third way to load modules in your page, and that is using the YUI Gallery. So I want to talk to you guys about the YUI Gallery, and because it's something really cool that I love. And basically, I'm just going to show you how to be lazy when you're writing your code and just use YUI galleries to do your work for you, pretty much. So YUI Gallery. You get instant access to first-class citizen modules. Modules that have been written by developers to developers. You add them simply by on your YUI, initiating them on your YUI use statement. You do YUI use, and then you pass in the name of your module. Done. Some of the modules examples that we have right now. So we have a YUI module, we have an accordion widget, we have a Twitter module. So there's like hundreds, and I think it's like 90 right now, close to 100. So, and it's growing so fast. So really powerful stuff. Really cool. it will let you load any module that do all these cool things, but just using YUI.use. So this is really cool. This is I love it. So let me just give you a quick demo that I put together with a few lines of code. What I've done here, I have a set of tags right here of things that I want to look for, okay? And then I have a tag cloud. So I'm using in this case the drag and drop module, which is going to allow me to drag these elements around the page and drop them into another object. I'm using the YQL module, which is going to allow me to do queries to Flickr, all client-side, and it's going to return me all the pictures that match these tags. And then, of course, I'm using all the node, and I think, yeah, that's about it. So with 3 modules, I'm able to simply create this with a few lines of code in 5 minutes. So if I were to drag iPhone here, yeah, it's just a little bit slow, but just the Wi-Fi, it's a little bit. And now it's getting all the pictures for us. But yeah, so basically, as I drop the tags into, the tag into the cloud with the YQL module, I'm able to query Flickr and get all these pictures that match iPhone. And then I'm presenting them in the page with using the node and the animation module. So if I were to, I can drag. I'm not gonna do it because it's very slow, but I can drag as many tags as I want in here, and then it's gonna do the same thing. Now it's looking for iPhone, Blue Bottle. So yeah, I guess people who were in Blue Bottle Coffee with his iPhone, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, let me show you one of the most important pieces of the code. So YUI, when I instantiate my YUI function, I can pass. This is optional. If you know that you want to be using a specific version of a module, you can specify by querying the date where the module on the version of the module you're looking for. But if you don't, that's totally fine. And then right after on our use statement, we start putting everything that we need. So Gallery YQL is going to pull in the Gallery YQL module for us, and we don't need to worry about what it is or the path or anything. We just know it's going to be available to us, and it's going to be ready for us to use. And then once we get that, we're easily just able to query Flickr with the tags. And then once we get the query back, then do something. So few lines of code, boom, really powerful applications. I love this. So the cool thing about this is that you can actually contribute to the YUI Gallery because it's open to everyone. It's open for everyone. All of you can be writing modules right now, and you can submit it to the gallery. So benefit, your code will be in Yahoo CDN. So what this means is that once you submit your module, anyone can use it by just on the use statement. This gives you also, yeah. So your module, more or less, the process it takes like 1 week, and your module will be up and ready to use. This will give you a lot of obviously visibility, and like I mentioned before, easily accessible within your YUI.use statement. And also you'll be contributing and being part of the JS community. So really cool. So how do you do this? It's really easy. Just follow these 5 steps. You create your module, just like I showed you today. You create a YUI library account. You fork YUI3 on GitHub. We're open source. Go get the code, mess with it. You submit your module to us. Then we approve it. And then it's on Yahoo servers. Pretty cool if you ask me. So do you want to start going? YUILibrary.com/gallery. And yeah, that's all I have really for you guys for today.